Welcome back, City Builders. Kodiak the Kodiak here. In today's video, we're going to be going over patch 1.0.19F, which is the newest patch for City Skylines 2, and it'll be the last one until they drop PDX Mods, unless they need an emergency hotfix. And it is chock full of changes, including some UI changes, as well as some fixes to some certain crashes and other issues that people have been having. So if you've been having any performance issues with your game, I'd suggest you stick through the video. Now, before we get started, about 80% of you who watch my videos are not subscribed. So if you guys wouldn't mind subscribing, it means a ton to me. We just reached 3,000 subscribers on the channel, and I'd love to hit 4,000. So please drop that subscription. So before we get started, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and don't forget to turn on notifications so you can keep up to date with all the City Skylines 2 news, tips, and tricks. Without further ado, let's get started. Okay, now before we get started, usually I save this stuff for the weekly recap at the end of the week, but I want to try a new content cycle maybe where I'm more responsive and active and able to quickly get this stuff out to you guys and still go over it at the end of the week. So expect me to potentially go over this stuff with some more updated details. Like if I don't know what something is that they fixed, I might be able to go back later and tell you guys what it is exactly at the end of the week with the weekly recap. If you guys like this, let me know down in the comments, and if you don't like it, also just let me know down in the comments. Also, if you guys are watching this on Wednesday, there will be my first YouTube live stream tomorrow, Thursday, or if you're watching this on Thursday, there's a YouTube live stream going on potentially right now. So if you go over to my channel, I might be live over on YouTube where we'll be playing some City Skylines 2. So anyways, let's dive in. The patch notes start with, hi everyone, patch 1.0.19F1 is ready for you. As always, please note that the simulation fixes are expected to take a little while to properly take effect, which we've seen previously a bunch of times. So the game will need to run for a while for the simulation to catch up. Similarly, fixes to buildings may need the buildings to be rebuilt, which again, this is pretty common with the past few updates that they've done to the game, and I'm not surprised by any of that. If you're experiencing any new issues or still have trouble with something that's been fixed, we'd appreciate you bug report on our forum and save the player.log file, and they give you an actual way to access your log file right here, which is in your app data local Colossal Order City Skylines 2 that's attached to it. It helps us pinpoint the cause, and we greatly appreciate you taking the time to report the issues that you come across. All right, now here is the massive list of updates and bug fixes that they have for us. Gameplay. Fix crash to desktop when selecting moving in household. Fix crash to desktop when modifying roads with pedestrian path connected to a specific way. Fix crash to desktop after modifying roads with citizen group at specific stat. I haven't had a crash in this game in like well over a month. So this is first time hearing of any of these crashes. So hopefully if you are having crashes, that fixes all of that. Fix velocity map not loading properly when starting with the game pause. I'm not really too sure what velocity map is. It sounds like it should be related to the wind, but potentially it could have to do with movement of vehicles and stuff like that. I'm not too sure what's up with that. Fix resource availability system causing some wrong data when loading the game. Fix for some industrial material taxes may randomly start changing money in opposite way than it's set. So this is if you're individually, I guess, going into your industrial material taxes and you're changing them, it'll do it the actual opposite direction, which is interesting. I'm glad that's fixed. Fixed warehouse not leveling up. Fixed a potential error during saving process related to XP. Actually, if we go back to this fixed warehouse not leveling up, you know, I noticed we have like an overabundance, it feels like, of storage facilities inside the game, and I wonder if this will help reduce the amount of those that we have in our industrial areas, because now the buildings will level up. They should, in theory, be able to store more materials. Fix an issue where building extra incinerator furnace upgrade to an incinerator plant. We called the incinerator plant to produce less electricity. I actually talked about this in the Word of the Week 2 days ago when that came out. Fix coverage of city service buildings exclusive for the pedestrian is not affecting part of the one-way roads. Gonna be honest, I've read this over about 3 times now. You probably missed the edit, but I don't know what this means. Does this test have to do with pedestrian roads? Is it pedestrian pathfinding? Does it have to do, is it only on one-way roads? I'm assuming so. I don't really understand what this is. So hopefully maybe in the weekly recap, I'll have a bit more of an understanding of that, or somebody can let me know down in the comments. Fix maintenance vehicles getting stuck. Fix train and ship vehicle selected info panel not labeling with correct destination name. Fix building relocation incorrectly changing refund amount for bulldozing. So when you moved a building, I guess sometimes it would change the amount it actually costs to bulldoze the building, or how much you would get back, I guess, from bulldozing the building. So that's been fixed. Fixed object with stacking parts, cranes, pillars, missing collisions in some cases. More fixes for forgotten dogs. I still have a ton of forgotten dogs in my city, so hopefully that fixes a lot of that. Fix some of the photo cinematic camera properties missing locations. Fixed one of everything achievement requiring a medieval castle. Fixed wide variety achievement. Statistic fixes and improvements. I mean, there is so much in this update. Fixed bug in the statistics panel whereby chart data was not updating properly when manipulating the timescale slider. Fixed bug where water fees were shown incorrectly in the budget tabs and economy panel. Fixed garbage and public transport fees not being recorded in statistics. Fixed age statistic not being displayed correctly. Fixed district selected info panel showing incorrect amounts of residents. Okay, that's a good one to have fixed, I guess. Fixed incorrect amounts being shown for taxation estimates in economy panel. Fixed bug whereby changing the timescale caused some data to display incorrectly. Fixed incorrect money amount in first sample. Not sure what that means. Fixed mismatched position of sample in chart. Fixed incorrect progress amount in under construction sections. Statistics panel menu items remember their expanded state based on selected stats upon reopening the statistics panel. So when you close the statistics panel, it should hold on to that state from previous. Changed income and hidden taxable income statistic type from point to daily. Shows the cumulative amount for the past day. I think that's a better system. Hide households in selected info panel and household sidebar until they move in. That's nice. So that way, like, until they actually get to the building, you can't see everyone who's living in it. This also works alongside with their fixed crash to desktop when selecting moving in households, which was the first thing I read up in gameplay. They basically just removed the ability to click on it. Deleted budget group since it is not needed, and moved income and expense groups directly in the finance category. So it seems like there was like some moving around in the UI, so I'll have to take a look at that today on my Twitch stream. Hid money statistic from panel when playing with unlimited money option. Reorganize statistics menu. Yeah, it seems like there was like a bunch of stuff that's being changed around in that. Land value improvements. Land value will be affected by ground pollution. They talk about this in the word of the week, but the ground pollution will first slowly reduce land value from increasing, and the pollution will get worse. It will start to decrease the land value. So at first, ground pollution will stagnate your land value, and then as it gets worse, it'll go down. Land value won't decrease to 0 even with heavily polluted land, so you'll never have a 0 land value, I guess. So it'll always be at least 1. Land value will increase according to industrial companies' profitability value. Improved parking space searching. That should be really great, especially since we know how to make custom parking lots now. If you guys want to learn how to make custom parking lots, I will put an annotation up above to my video where I kind of go through that. It's a weekly recap. We go over how to make custom parking spaces in that video. Adjust the teen and children spawn rates to balance the lack of teens in education. I think that's probably why high schools always seem so like unoccupied, but adjust the enter probability to allow more teens to enter high school. So hopefully this will just help balance out our educational buildings. Cargo station pathfinding update to reduce traffic jams when accessing the buildings. I want to go back to this too, because I also always have like a bunch of people stuck at like poorly educated or regularly educated. So like they either went through elementary school or they went just like through high school and they didn't go anywhere else. So hopefully that will help funnel them through my education system a bit more. And then back to the cargo station pathfinding update one to reduce traffic jams at the accessing the buildings. My train station cargo stations are just a cluster of cars going in and out, so hopefully that fixes that. Force no word wrap on the tutorial page label to fix layout breaking on some tutorials on 1440p resolution. Increased a little bit of TLC achievement increment step from 1 to 1000, and fixed achievement progress buffer, only updating an achievement if the progress hits exactly a multiple of the increment step. I don't know anything about what that achievement is, but if that's something you're hunting for, there you go. Added more user-friendly messages when account linking functions fail due to a network error. Added new translation, missing text files translations. Added support for overriding switch user action. Hint for platforms that do not support switching users, Steam, Epic. And added support for Steam Overlay. So I guess there wasn't like built-in support for the Steam Overlay before, and now there is. So that's pretty nice. That's all the gameplay ones. Let's go to performance next. So if you're looking to eke out some more FPS from your game, added school seeker cooldown to avoid too many pathfinding queries when the city doesn't have enough schools. So this is something that actually Modder TDW said that he had in his game too on his larger cities. He basically found out himself that once he started like meeting his education demand, his FPS got better. So apparently like the Sims were constantly throwing a query in to ping for for a school. Like, is the school ready for me? Is the school ready for me? Is the school ready for me? And that was boggling down some people's games. So hopefully that potentially is solved for you. If not, there is a mod on Thunderstore. I'll put it in the description down below. I can't remember the name of it. That basically increases the school capacity as well. So if, that's something that interests you, obviously this update should fix that. But if that's something that interests you, you can deal with that. Improved shadow culling optimization, faster and more stable simulation speed in very large cities, which is great for everybody. Even I start to get bogged down in very large cities. Obviously, Biffa had a whole video just the other day about like a 1 million pop city. I'm not really too sure. I didn't watch it. I probably should have, but maybe this will affect that in some way, shape, or form. I just saw the thumbnail for it. Minor optimizations and leak fix for pathfinding. Optimization reordered some rendering related systems to reduce waiting for the main thread. Optimization eliminated unnecessary main thread waiting in modification end barrier. So these should be pretty decent size optimization. I don't know if they'll increase performance, but these are back end things that we don't like ever need to deal with, so that's good that those are being fixed. And now we go here into graphics. Added snow on imposter trees. This is basically an LOD change, so now when you zoom out when looking at trees with snow on them, it will actually maintain the snow on it when you zoom out. A problem I did notice, though, is that now bushes, when you zoom in really close, actually no longer have snow on them, so now there is a bug that is kind of like the opposite of the thing that they fixed, which is obviously unfortunate. So hopefully there's a hotfix for that, otherwise we're going to have to wait for PDX Mods in order to have that fixed, because the next update will not come out until PDX Mods is out. Changed outline color and fill color of districts for better visibility. Okay. Changed color of mailbox and bus stop markers. Change the bus stop, bus line route tool icon color to correspond to the new mark colors. Adjusted the district area color for better visibility in bright snow. Great, love that. Tweaked road and rail shadows to be less aggressive. Fixed bus shelter icon color and default bus line color to be more consistent with the other bus line icons. Great. Fixed visibility distance calculation bug, mostly affecting power cable shadows with certain camera angles. I've actually noticed that a couple times. So I'm glad that's fixed. Fixed the texture of the nuclear power plant's concrete floor can extend beyond the building into a conical shape. Okay, if anybody's got like a screenshot of that, could you put that in the comments? I'm very curious to see what that looks like. Fix terraforming, propping, and pedestrian access for multiple assets, and fix floating props on Technical University. Please wait a couple minutes for your patch to land on your computer. This is also available for the Game Pass version of the game as well as Steam. They dropped them both at the same time, which should be great. Again, but please, I guess they're saying please wait a little bit to make sure it gets pushed through properly. So anyways, that was the patch notes for 1.0.19F1. If you guys take a look at this patch, please let me know down in the comments down below if anything else has changed that you've noticed, or if any of these fixes have actually been, I don't know, I guess fixed for you. Also, let me know if you guys like that I just did an individual one-off video breaking down this update. I think that this is going to be the last big update for a while. I think as far as I understand it from the word of the week, this is going to be the last update until they have like a bigger content push with the mod workshops coming out. So this will be the last time we have any kind of update from them, unless it's like a hot fix for like something that's like emergency broken. So let me know what you guys think about the patch, and let me know what you guys think about the new video style that I'm kind of going for here. Anyways, if you're watching this on Wednesday, I have a YouTube live stream, my first one ever tomorrow. And if you're watching this on Thursday, obviously I might be live right now. We'll be building working on some cities that I want to get the framework set up for, so I can test different types of mods. So if that interests you guys at all, please swing on through. I might be doing most of my chatting over on Twitch, but I'll have the live stream up over here on YouTube if you want to watch along. Anyways, I've been Kodiak the Kodiak. I'll let you guys get on with your day, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.